Malaga is an up-and-coming cycling destination that is getting more and more popular every year. It's known for great year-round cycling, maybe excluding the very hot summer months, and has plenty of options for an amazing cycling trip. But where do you start? What should you ride? And most importantly, what should you eat? If you've got limited time but want to make the most out of your visit, then this video is for you. Here are my personal suggestions for the perfect 72-hour cycling holiday in Malaga. The first big question is, how should you get there? Thankfully, Malaga is very well connected. The international airport is literally a 10-minute metro ride from the city centre, which means if you're taking a flight from anywhere in Europe or across the world, then you've literally 10 minutes away from picking up a bike to hire. Malaga also has a really good train station with great connections to Madrid and to the rest of Spain. The next big question is, where should you stay? This really depends on whether you're coming in with your bike or not. Bike-friendly accommodation in Malaga is unfortunately still pretty tricky to find, and especially difficult if you're part of a bigger group. Some hotels are happy to store bikes at the front desk, which is perfect if it's just yourself or with a partner, but if you are with a bigger group, it can be challenging. Some apartments do allow you to take a bike in, but you really must check with the accommodation before you arrive. As a result, renting a bike is a really good option. At our Malaga hub, we can store your Eat Sleep Cycle rental bike overnight, but do be mindful that you'll have to ride within our opening hours. A great apartment provider in Malaga is called Coio. They offer great accommodation with a wide range of budgets in mind, but do contact them to ask about getting their bike-friendly apartment option. The other thing to consider when you're looking for accommodation is to make sure that you're in the right place. So Malaga has lots of different areas you can choose from. I would be really wary of choosing an option that's inside the old town. It can get really noisy at night, which is great if you're out enjoying yourself and having a good time, but not so great if you're trying to get a good night's sleep before a big ride. For me, the best option is to look for somewhere along the river that runs through the city centre. This is much quieter, a bit more residential, and you're more likely to get a good night's sleep. Another option is to consider staying a little bit outside of Malaga. You'll have much more options for accommodation that's bike friendly, and if you do rent a bike from us, we can deliver to you. Choosing your accommodation in Malaga also depends on the time of year that you'll be there. The best time to ride for me is through mid-September all the way through to mid-June. Be aware that within this time period, Malaga can get very full when there's a festival happening. For example, Easter, it's best to stay away. It will be very difficult to find affordable accommodation, and the city centre will be absolutely packed. I'd also recommend checking the holidays for Malaga City. There are multiple holidays throughout the year, and on these days the city does shut down. So if you're coming to Malaga for a bike trip, which if you're watching this you probably are, then I can highly recommend checking out our cycling hub. Yes, I am a little bit biased, but it is absolutely an essential place to visit if you're riding a bike in Malaga. We have a shop full of nutrition, we have mechanics, we have a great workshop, we have bikes to rent, and we always have a warm and friendly welcome. We also host regular group rides, our Saturday Salida being our most popular. The ride is every Saturday at 10 a.m. and the route varies every week. We do sometimes alternate between road and gravel, so be sure to check the events calendar on our website and give the shop a call ahead of time if you're not sure. So if I had to plan the perfect 72 hours in Malaga, it would look something like this for the cycling. I would arrive around mid-morning, I'd have just got off the metro into Malaga City, I'd walk across to Eat Sleep Cycle, and I would get myself a bicycle. And the goal of this first ride would be to loosen up the legs, relax, ease into the holiday. So the perfect ride for this would be to ride along the coast. And you can do this on a road bike, you can do it on a gravel bike, you can do it on an electric bike, you can do it on an upright hybrid bike. It's not about the bike, it's about the ride in this case. And one of the beautiful things about the Malaga coast is that it's a segregated bike path all the way. And you pass chiringuitos, you pass beach bars, you can stop for sardines, you can stop for a caña, and it really is just a lovely, relaxed vibe to get into the holiday vibe. So the next day, we're looking to ramp things up a bit, and I would plan an epic road ride. And of course, the classic climb that you have to do in Malaga is the Puerto de León, or La Reina as some of the locals call it. So this is a ride you can start again from the centre of Malaga, and pretty quickly within, say, about 5 kilometres, you're out of the city and climbing. The Puerto de León is a climb that lasts at least 20 kilometres, so it's all about just relaxing into the climb, and one of the best things about this is that the views of Malaga City open up as you get higher and higher. There's options to stop as you climb, there's some bars along the way, but really the goal is to get to the La Reina fountain and celebrate when you reach there. You can then stop for lunch at the top, or you can continue on into the Montes de Malaga. From the top, you can either go for a long ride, you can go all the way out to the village of Comares, which is absolutely beautiful, and then drop down and ride back along the coast. Or you can cut it a little bit shorter for about a 50-kilometre loop if you descend through the village of Olias. Now this is quite a nice steep little descent with beautiful views of the sea. So it's all about, taking your time and enjoying the views. So on the third and final day, I would mix things up and switch my road bike for a gravel bike. Now, with the gravel, you have maybe three options. One is to head back along the coast. The other is to head up to the Montes de Malaga. Now, that's for sure the most challenging ride. And I remember one of my first gravel rides in Malaga was going up a vertical climb into the Montes de Malaga, and I was not happy. So do that with caution. But for strong riders, it's really quite good fun and really good riding. There's lots of options you can ride. You can head out along dry riverbeds, you can head along to the coast to Torremolinos. Again, you can get some more sardines and another caña, and that would be an altogether more relaxed day on a gravel bike than heading into the Montes de Malaga. So if you do want to mix things up like that and have a leisure day, a road bike day and a gravel day, then of course you must come and see us at Eat Sleep Cycle for your rental bikes. So one of my favourite things about Malaga is all the opportunities to eat amazing food, which of course is a great component of any bike trip. One of the unmissable dishes in Malaga is the espeto de sardinas. You can get these at any of the chiringuitos along the coast, and they're prepared in a fishing boat with a fire in it, and they're grilled on the fire. You usually get about 4 or 5 sardines on an espeto, and also they're super cheap. The sardines just come as they are. They are so delicious that they don't need any sauce. They do provide a bit of lemon, a little bit of salt, and they are just delicious. I always like to get my sardines with a nice glass of cold white wine, and it really is just the perfect way to enjoy Malaga. Another landmark food moment in Malaga is a visit to the El Pimpi bar. This is an amazing bar. It's always full of life, it's always full of people, and it's always difficult to get through the door. But if you find a moment when you can get through the door, you'll find very traditional, barrels everywhere, photos of celebrities all over the walls, and you can choose to either get tapas at the bar or to eat in the restaurant. My top tip there is just to reserve a table in the restaurant. You know you're going to get served, you know you're going to have a nice place to sit, and you can soak up the atmosphere in a nice, relaxed way. So one of the great things about Malaga is that it's a great place to visit even without a bike. Malaga city is packed full of culture, and it has a rich history that you can go out and explore. Malaga is also the birthplace of Pablo Picasso, the world famous artist, and you can go and see a museum there with lots of his artworks. You can also visit the Alcazaba, which is the beautiful castle that is high above Malaga city. There's a beautiful little walk up there with great views at the top. Of course, you can always spend a nice afternoon shopping. Malaga Centre is full of high street shops, it's full of top brands, it's full of designer stuff as well, and it really is very glamorous. So if you're also coming with a partner who maybe doesn't want to ride, it's very easy for them to enjoy a perfect day in Malaga too. So for me, Malaga is one of the best cities in the world to enjoy a perfect 72-hour cycling holiday. It's really easy to get to, the riding is exceptional, the food is off the scale, you've got a lovely warm welcome waiting for you at Eat Sleep Cycle, and it really is just the perfect escape. So if you're interested in visiting Malaga for cycling and would like to find out more, please do check out the resources on the link below. If you're looking for a perfect 72 hours that we can design for you, then please do get in touch. We absolutely love to hear about what you're looking for from your rides, your favourite hotels, and we can really help you put together the perfect experience. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.